Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. And today we want to take a look at, well, GoWiPe, right? That's correct, you heard correct. We're talking about GoWiPe, which is golems, P.E.K.K.A, and wizards. We have a small twist to this because we're adding the super wizards. I mean, we still have one normal wizard, but we're adding super wizards to this to make this a bit more spicy. And in addition to that, we are running the super wizard blimp. All of this together is looking pretty strong. So let's take a look at how actually this works in Legend, for example, and how you guys can climb the ladder really easily with this army. It's pretty crazy that GoWiPe is finally having a comeback. This is pretty crazy to me, but either way, let's just take a look at Legend League and see how things are going, right? So the first base is this one, and we have, like always, a couple of options for our wizard blimp. And the thing is, like I always said, you want to go for the high HP buildings, which is the town hall and which is the eagle. And now we want to take a look at the buildings which are touching those high HP buildings, which is within one tile. Otherwise, the super wizards are kind of useless. And this, for me, the value at the town hall is way better than the eagle one. This is why I try to get into the town hall. I have to use the freeze to stop the sweeper to make sure that my blimp is making it there. But as soon as the blimp is making it there, it looks pretty good. I'm actually activating the blimp too late because I was like pressing the wrong buttons, I don't know. And now I'm making the tunnel invisible, but with the splash damage, we're getting the Inferno Towers out of the way as well. And now we have already a huge part of the base gone. And not only that, but we have the clan castle, most of it already gone as well. There are only 2 witches left at this point. And now we're doing like a golem queen walk without healers. Because now at this point I'm doing basically a queen walk, but instead I'm using the golem as tank. Because we have nothing in the second row anymore because, I mean, the town hall is down, right? So at this point we're just waiting where my queen is going, if it's up or down. And depending on that, we're just adding the P.E.K.K.A smash. Or no, it's not the P.E.K.K.A smash, it's the GoWiPe. So kind of depending on that. So at this point, the queen seems to go to the bottom side. So we can get started with our next golem, with our P.E.K.K.A and everything else. And then in a second, I'm just going to wall break our troops in. We have still the jump spell to make things even more spicy. And then we have the super wizards, obviously, as well. And that's pretty much it. Obviously, we have to wait for the back end, how this is going to be. First wall break work, second wall break is coming in as well, and then the jump on top of the enemy scatter to make sure that we have access to the enemy eagle. And well, so far it looks pretty good. The warden is doing first of a couple of more strange things. Either way, we have to use the warden ability now, otherwise the splash damage of the scatter would kill all of our super wizards without them even having a chance of shooting. And well, now we have the super wizards with the P.E.K.K.A, with the golem inside. And let me tell you one thing. Those P.E.K.K.A, they are scary. They are so tanky and dealing so much damage. It's insane. Not only P.E.K.K.A smash is strong, but GoWiPe is back as well. This one lonely ice golem on the left side is kind of sad, but at the same time, I mean, Royal Champion is now coming in. The enemy queen is taken down. We have one more invisibility spell because we kind of messed up the super wizard blimp at this point. But the queen is alive. We could use to save her, but I mean, the queen is safe anyway. So this is going to be our first 3-star on this classic legend base. Like those really kind of center town compartments are pretty classic. And they're so easy to take out with this strategy. It's pretty crazy. So let's take a look at the next base. And let's just see how we can deal with the next base, right? So that's everything about this the strategy. GoWiPe is pretty scary, to be honest. Like, seeing this attack, it's crazy. Now let's take a look at the next base. I know it's not completely maxed, but most of the key defenses are, so that's totally fine. It's all about showcasing how we can use this strategy, for example, on ring bases like this. So what we're going to do is, I will try to go for pathing on this one. I don't see any really good spot where I could try to get my super wizard blimp. So instead, I would just try to go for a scatter and a multi-inferno tower and see if it works somehow. So what we're doing over here, I'm trying to get my blimp into the dead zone, kinda. And then invisibility spell, obviously. I'm going to make the scatter the next time not invisible anymore. So now this means we can take down most of the stuff over here, which looks pretty good. And as soon as we have the scatter down, it should be alright. Yep, the scatter is down, so that's perfect. The next thing what I'm going to do, since the clan castle is already lured a little bit, I'm trying to go into the clan castle. And then as soon as we are into the clan castle, we are going to jump in the core. That's the next step, kinda. So what we're doing over here, sending in my heroes, sending in my golems, so far so good. Now the P.E.K.K.A, or at least a couple of them. The first wallbreak didn't really work, the second one, to be honest, I shouldn't have dropped the second one because I wanted to wallbreak in the second golem, but I'm always forgetting that I have only 2 super wallbreakers. But yeah, so that was like kind of like a small oopsie, but still it should be alright because with the gold storage at the top left, you can see it, the wizard. The wizard is creating like a really good funnel with taking down the air defense as well. So we can just use the jump spell now to get into the core, into the enemy town hall. And so far it looks great. You have to remember one thing and take a look at that freeze. 1 multi, 2 multi-inferno towers, a scatter, a sweeper, a town hall, like that freeze was crazy. Now the rage, obviously, warden ability to make sure that everything is getting through the core and not taking any damage. Then we have at the top left side a couple of golems with a couple of super wizards. And wow, this attack is looking once again really, really good. And even max defenses, I will promise, would have not changed anything. So it's all about the pathing for the ring. And this is just so easy with this strategy. It's pretty crazy. And especially if you do not waste your second wall breaker like I did. That's even more crazy. But just take a look. Like, there's so much left. To be honest, on this attack, we could have easily swagged once again the Royal Champion. But I not did it because, I mean, the defense is on max. So that would be kind of wasted. But still, we could have easily swagged it on this base. But still, it's another triple for us. It's another 3-star, and this attack strategy is killing bases. It's crazy. So now let's take a look at the next base because we want to keep going with the bases. And the next one is going to be an anti-3-star base. I know, once again, not a max base, but it's once again all about the like showing you guys how we can use it on different setup of bases. And obviously, not all bases are max. Not all bases are max. So there's no reason to only show max bases. So the next thing what we're going to do on this base is trying to get the queen into the town compartment. Maybe it would have been better to get the blimp on top of the enemy queen, things like that, but I'm almost not sure. I'm really liking to go for the tunnel because that's always the safe 2-star. So the blimp is making it, it seems like. Now the rage, now the invisibility spell. And the great thing always, if there are super minions in there, which a lot of times are, then you just take them out with a super wizard blimp. You do not need to worry about those. It's really crazy and really nice as well. So, well, wizards did their thing. They took out the core of this base. And now we need to somehow create the pathing. We need to start our GoWiPe, which I'm going to do into the Tesla farm. That's kind of the goal at this point. I'm using a P.E.K.K.A to funnel the left side. So my king and everything is going into the right direction. That's the plan for now. And, well, so far it looks quite good. Now, a couple of more golems, a couple of more troops at the top side. The king, unfortunately, is walking to the left, which is not the best thing. I didn't really place him carefully. I should have placed him more at the top right side, but that was my bad, I guess. And now we're placing the next wizards. And as soon as the scatter shot is down, it's not annoying anymore. We can use the next wall break to make sure that we're getting access into the single front tower. And then we're going to jump into the core, jumping into all of the action. So eagle shots are coming in. We're using the warden ability to make sure that, well, they're not going down that quickly. The king on the left side died, unfortunately, but still we have our next rage for our troops, and the queen is going into the core, and there's not that much left. And once again, we have still the Royal Champion, we have still a free spell, and this one is going to be, once again, another kind of easy triple, because once again, the base was not max. But to be honest, I don't think it would have changed too much if I would have said, okay, let's funnel the king correctly. Then I think it would have been even bigger overkill, but instead, it's going to be just a normal triple. So, yeah, but let's take a look one more time at a normal regular legend base. Because, to be honest, those under 3-star bases are not that common in legend. So, let's try to find another normal legend base. And let's see how we can deal with that, once again, with GoWiPe. And that's a pretty classic legend base, right? Like, especially at lower ranks, I think this base is not that uncommon. So what we're trying to do is I'm going to try to get my blimp on top of the enemy warden. With this being said, if we get it over there, we will take out the entire core with the eagle and everything. That would be awesome if you could do that. So let's try. We have our 2 Coco-Loons sending in the blimp now, making sure that hopefully we're triggering all of the black mines. And as long as there are no As long as there is no tornado trap, we should be fine. Well, now let's see how we do this. So the blimp is not making it entirely, so we can just take down most of the stuff, hopefully. And at the same time, we already created pretty quiet, or like a quite nice pathing, which isn't that bad. So the next thing what I'm going to do is starting the queen at the top side. One thing which I forgot about once again, because I'm kind of trying to do once again like a golem walk, but instead this time I forgot the golem. I forgot the golem, so I have to use my queen ability, otherwise my queen would die. So I'm start using it really early so my queen stays healthy. But at the same time, I mean, I have now the golems, everything coming into the base, so she should be fine. And now she chose the right side, so we're going at the right, spamming everything in. Like, there's nothing crazy with this. I'm just spamming everything in. You can see it. And just like putting everything down there. Ice Golem on the outside with a couple of super wizards to keep everything inside. And now we have this one jump to make sure that everything is going in. I'm trying to delay the first rage because I do not want to rage my super wizards into the bomb tower explosion. This would be pretty bad. So this is why I used the rage kind of late. Now the warden ability, now the second rage. Now everything is getting really like a lot of lightnings with the super wizards. Then another freeze for the enemy Royal Champ, for the enemy single firmament tower. And to be honest, guys, I think I could have swagged another Royal Champion. This army is disgusting. It's crazy. And like I said, we have enough troops left. Like, I did not need the Royal Champ. I could have once again just swagged, and this time we have so many troops once again left. It's crazy. Try it out. GoWiPe is having a comeback. It's crazy. And this is how we can easily use it, especially with the Super Wizard Blimp. That's it from me for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. See you guys tomorrow. Until then, see ya and bye bye.